So Andy's going to join us live from the course today, reporting for the Pro-Am. But first, Andy filed this report last night for his official Andy Cam for today's show.
Go. Hey, good morning, Maddie. So today on Andy Cam, I'm here with Lynn Love, the Executive Director of Community and Schools. You know, we talk every year about charities and giving back to the communities, and the $22 million in 11 years. It's not the real story, though. The real story is the impact in these communities that these donations have and how they make a difference. So this year we had the pleasure of giving Lynn $50,000 donation to help with a big need they had in community and schools in Clinton County. So Lynn, I'd love to just hear about the impact of that and what you guys were able to do to make a difference.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Andy. The donation was just such a surprise and so needed, but we serve about 10 schools in our school system, and so I automatically directed every one of my staff members inside those schools to take $2,500 for now and to address food insecurity with our students and families. That can look like snacks inside the school, if a child comes to school without breakfast that day, or addressing food insecurity with families as a whole. So I went ahead and asked them to please spend half of the money the rest of this semester, and then I put aside the other half of the $50,000 for next semester.
That's
so
awesome.
that spring semester will also be able to address those same issues.
I want to know, we talk a lot about the fact that having good meals and healthy meals, if you don't have that,
Right.
it's a huge deterrent on
Yes.
education. It just
Yes.
pulls down
Yes.
if you're hungry. So that
That's
is
right.
awesome. So
Meeting basic needs is huge for students.
Yeah.
If you can't meet their basic needs, then they're not going to learn and be successful in the classroom. So thank you so much to you guys.
Oh, you bet.
It's exactly
You bet.
what you're
And
doing.
thanks for all you're doing. And you know, Maddie, our message to your listeners is we can all make a difference. It's not the size of the donations, it's the giving. And Maddie, my challenge to you is that next year we work together and we're going to find a way through our program for your listeners to join us with Birdies for Loving and Giving Back. So Maddie, back to you, pal.
Sounds like a good challenge for all of us, and I'd love to find a way to figure all that out, because even though this is a major sporting event that is going on here at this beautiful resort, it is built around the fact that the game of golf, more so than all the other major sports combined, to the tune of almost $4 billion a year, gives back in the ways that it does. You just heard about how this event is helping to feed children. Think about that and let that settle in. Andy Bosman, who's the CMO of RSM, is ready right now out on the golf course as part of Pro-Am Day. So let's go live to him. Andy, how are you? It looks great.
I tell you what, Matt, it is fantastic out here this morning. Couldn't ask for better.
Now, my understanding is that you got a pretty good pick for your Pro-Am Pro today.
You know, we're out here with Scotty Scheffler, and Scotty's God, what a great guy to hang out with, and he may be throwing a few darts this morning.
I suspect that he will be. I think you've got a couple of others that are capable of throwing darts in their own world as well. Who are you playing alongside of?
Tell you what, and we'll sidle up to him here in a minute. We're out here with Jackie Bradley Jr., center fielder for the Milwaukee Brewers and a proud Gamecock. That's why I'm actually sporting my Gamecock colors this morning. And Mr.
Nice.
Adam Wainwright, who, holy smokes, is destroying the golf ball out here. He hits it to a different zip code than the rest of us. But, yeah, we're having a lot of fun. We're out on plantation and getting to experience it. And let's saddle up here. So, hey, JBJ.
How many holes in are you right now?
We are on hole, we'll call it six. There we go. So here's my good buddy now,
Hey,
Jackie Bradley
what's
Jr.
going on?
What's up, Jackie? How are you enjoying yourself out there?
I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it.
So talk to us. Jackie and I were talking at breakfast this morning. First chance we've had to meet, although proud Gamecocks. So
Right.
It's Gamecock Nation all the way.
Go Gamecocks.
First pro played in. So maybe what's it like out here with these guys?
It's cool. You're excited. You get to meet everybody for the first time. Guys that you kind of watched along the way, and they're machines. It's fun to watch them play, swing, talk with them. But we're all just having a good time, just being guys.
Yeah, it's fun. And this guy Matty, I mean, you want someone who can stripe a golf ball, JBJ hits it a long way. He's got great touch, as you would expect from a baseball player. But yeah, I tell you what, we're having a blast, and it's like you said, we're both just standing here trying to figure out if we can get just a little bit of what Scotty's got. It'll help us a long way.
We need hype for that.
That
I don't
sounds.
think that. I don't think
Yeah,
we need hype for that
between
leverage.
Scotty and 6'7" Adam, we're feeling pretty short out here today.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I bet you are off the tee as well with what you're saying in terms of how Adam is crushing the golf ball. But Jackie, before we lose your company, I am curious if you find any analogies as an athlete between what you do dynamically and physical performance perspective with baseball versus what you need to do on a golf course.
Oof. That's a. I think Adam and I were actually just talking about that. Like, how can we compare something like this to how we would on a, I guess, baseball field? And it would, I guess, we would kind of compare at this particular moment, like the pro am, kind of like spring training. And we would tell a family member, "Hey, come out here and go play shortstop right quick." So, just the dynamics of it is completely different. But I have so much respect and admiration for these guys. Like I said, they're absolute machines.
Well, my
All
friend,
right.
we have great respect and admiration for you guys too. So thank you so much for everything that you have done. So Andy, are you all done with this hit? Do you guys need to get on your way?
Jackie's going to go hit his. Let's just say it was a good hole for me to put my ball in my pocket and walk along and talk to you. So I'm a spectator. While these guys are out, they're going to get us a birdie here. I feel pretty good about that.
How many do you have so far, by the way?
It's a good question. I think we have 2 or 3. We're going to have to work a few more in here. It's only about 50%. I think we're going to have to get to about 70.
Yeah,
We're doing
in this. What usually wins in this format? Is it like 16 under par?
Just say typically 15 or 16, and our
Yep.
challenge is going to be make sure we're out here with 3 single-digit handicaps. That's we're not getting enough pops to help us out a whole lot. So we got natural birds.
That's great. Andy, I am going to let you go just because the signal is breaking up a little bit on the audio side, but I wanted to say thank you for the Andy Cam hit to open the show today because it was moving for everybody. And I know we're going to get a sense of this afternoon with the putting contest with the kids, but it's so moving to think that a professional sporting event can continue to give back and be changing lives. And when we're talking about feeding children in this instance, I know there's a lot of impacts that are made. It is really cool. And I just wanted you to hear from us too about how much we appreciate all of it.
Well, thank you, Matt. We appreciate your support. It's a team game. We couldn't do it without you. So it's great to have you out here and always great to talk to you.